Hey there everybody, this is Ken with Covenant Games, and welcome to our next episode in American Truck Simulator. Today we are going to be delivering tires, big gigantic tires that you can see here, from Moab over to Denver, Colorado. As a reminder, we're going to start working our way over to Colorado so that we can get close to Kansas, because the Kansas DLC is coming out tomorrow. And I want to be prepared and in a good place to be able to move into there and spend some time exploring it while it's brand new. We got a lot to talk about today. Patch 1.49 came out for the game today, and we'll be discussing that a little bit. We'll be talking about the towns that we're traveling through and other various things. So let's go ahead and get moving. We'll talk a little bit about the job that we are running once we get moving a little bit. All right, perfect. So yeah, as I said, we're going to be delivering these big giant tires from Moab to Denver. So it's not too long a drive. We're talking about just under 350 miles. Game time is going to be about 6 hours, and we're going to grab ourselves close to 8,000 in cash. I believe this will get us pretty much able to buy our own truck. We could buy our own truck now, except I want to buy a nice International, which will cost a little bit more money. So I was trying to get myself close to 150,000 so we could afford that. After I finish this run, I'm going to go take a look and see exactly how much we need. We might have enough. I just want to make sure I have a little bit of money in the bank once I finish buying the truck, so that I'm not broke, since we have to start paying for gas and all that other stuff. So we want to make sure that we have enough to buy the truck and a little bit of a buffer, a few $1,000s after that. And I'm not exactly sure how much that's going to take. We could be there after this run. If not, one more to go, which is fine, because we are only going to get about halfway across Colorado with this job. We want to get the rest of the way over. So I'm going to get a little bit further down the road, and then we're going to catch up. I also going to talk about the vacation that I just got back from. I've been gone for about a week now, and I'll let everyone know what that was all about. All right, so we are out on the highway now, heading over into Colorado. So it's been a few days since the last episode. It's been close to a week, actually, because I have been on vacation. It was Thanksgiving last weekend, and so I decided to take a long weekend, and my wife and I decided to take a little trip. As some of you might know, we like to travel a lot. So this time around, we went down to Colonial Williamsburg over in Virginia, which I'd never been to. It was one of those places I always wanted to visit, and for some reason I had never actually gone there. It's not too far away. It's like 10 hours away, give or take. But yeah, it was actually a pretty fun little area. We like that kind of stuff. We like living history. We like that time period of history. We go to Philadelphia and see the museums there about Revolutionary time period and colonial time period. So it was a pretty good place. Kind of a lot of good food. So we had some good food there at a few restaurants, and enjoyed the park. So it was a good time. As far as the game is concerned, since the last time I was here, we had our big update, which was version 1.49 came out finally, which added quite a lot of stuff. A lot of it's things that, like I guess the moon is visible now. It hasn't been nighttime yet, so I haven't been able to see it. They updated the sky boxes to make the graphics a little bit nicer, and I gotta go to the station. They updated some of the cities and added some locations, things like that. But the big one that I'm interested in is they added used trucks into the game. It's one of those interesting things. I always thought, from a role-playing standpoint at least, it would be kind of cool to start a truck company, and then, you know, like, you don't have a lot of money, so you buy a used truck for your first truck instead of a new one. And so I took a look at those, and you can save quite a bit with those trucks. The only downside is that they can be in pretty bad shape, so you're going to have to repair them if you buy a used truck. They also changed the way that damage works, and part damage happens in this game. Is so there used to be things would get damaged and you would just go and repair, and it was just a flat fee. Now, if you damage certain parts enough, I guess you have to actually replace the parts. I don't know how that functionally works in the game as far as doing the repairs. If you go to a repair shop, does it just mean you actually have to pay more because you're replacing parts instead of repairing them, or do you have to go to the truck dealer and modify the truck to put new parts on? I'm really not sure how it all works mechanically. We'll be finding out. I did decide, though, that I think I'm going to buy a new truck. I'm not going to buy a used one. I've been earning money to be able to buy a new one for a while now, and rather than just going cheap and buying something used, since we're so close, we're going to go ahead and buy something new anyway. But the used truck market might be pretty interesting as far as trucks for your drivers. I am curious if we just got into Grand Junction. I'm going to talk about this place in a little bit too. If you buy a used truck and give it to a driver, what's that going to mean? Is he going to make less money? Like, how's that just going to function in the game? So there's still a lot of questions. We're gonna explore those as time goes on. We're just going down here to pick up this Volvo dealer, and then we're gonna turn around. This is one of the few question marks we have along the way. I think we have a couple of photo ops and movies, cutscenes that we're gonna find along the way. But yeah, so 149 is a pretty big release. They've been working on that for a while. Yikes. Watch yourself. It looks like it just came out for Euro Truck Simulator today. I just saw that Steam updated that game for me too. So we'll see how it goes. I do know that my graphics settings got bumped down a little bit when I came in. I had to go back into my graphics settings and turn everything back up again. I thought it didn't look quite as nice. When I went back in, I saw that the scale setting was set down a bit, so I had to turn that back up. But everything looks pretty much the same to me right now. We'll see if I notice any differences later. But yeah, we just found Grand Junction. I took a little side trip just to come into this town and discover it, and to pick up that Volvo dealer. But I was reading about Grand Junction a little ahead of time. There's not too much about this place that's that interesting. They are big on fruit orchards. There's a lot of fruit industry in this area. There's kind of an interesting history about the sugar. They were pushing to grow sugar beets in the 1800s, and trying to get the sugar industry working, and someone came in and they built a big sugar factory. And what the heck is going on up there? Why is everybody frozen? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so somebody came in, they built a sugar factory, and they just couldn't get it working. The industry just wouldn't take off. And so some locals ended up buying that factory, and they formed what was called the Great Western Sugar Company. And that did succeed because it is still around today. It's been renamed as the Western Sugar Corporation. but it is still there, and I guess sugar beets ended up working for them. So that was great. Sugar beets, big sugar beet industry. We're gonna go ahead and keep heading to Denver now. We'll go ahead and catch up when we get a little bit closer to that city. Well, we are stuck here in traffic, and it looks like, I'm going to pop my head out a little bit, it looks like there's a truck and a car that hit each other, and they are the AI is trying to untangle itself right now. I see him moving around a little bit. This is twice that I've seen trucks kind of backing up and moving around a little bit today. And I don't normally see this happen, so I wonder if this is some kind of buggy traffic behavior that came out because of the 149 update. We'll see if there's a hot fix that comes out pretty soon. This is actually kind of a pain, and it looks like finally he's getting around there. We're gonna start moving now. But yeah, that's twice that I've seen trucks kind of get themselves into weird places and have to back up and maneuver around. Maybe that's just weird coincidence, but I do wonder if there's something wrong with the traffic right now, that something that got screwed up. We'll see if it happens again. All right, we are coming up on a photo opportunity now. I'm guessing it is these two tunnels because it is right in front of us. So let's go ahead and pop out and take a look at this. It is the Hanging Lake Tunnel. Let's take a look at that. That's really pretty over there, isn't it? Let's you know what? Let's pull up a little further. That's better. Now, much better. Now I can get in a little bit closer, and we could put that up there and get that centered. Leave a little bit of room at the top. Right there. Perfect. I like it. Alright. That might be our thumbnail today, unless I see something nicer. There's a lot of scenery here that's really nice. It is Colorado. So lots and lots of nice mountains. There's you might see over on the left-hand side of my map there's a cutscene, but we're skipping it because there's no way to get over there without taking a big, huge detour. The roads over here are a little weird. Can't get over onto that other highway easily and then back to here, so I'm just gonna skip it. I mapped it out and it was gonna add something like 100 miles to the trip, and that was just a bit too ridiculous. So I'll pick that thing up later when we're exploring Colorado a little more thoroughly. But for now, we are just trying to get across it. The way I'm going to get to Kansas is I'm going to buy that truck since it's out tomorrow. I really don't want to waste any time, so I'm going to get the truck. Hopefully, right after this mission, I'll be buying the truck, so next episode, buying the truck. And then I will probably just fast travel to the city that is closest to the border, and then just drive over in there and pick up our first delivery, either on the border or inside the city or something, because usually they give you some kind of a challenge to pick up or drop off at every city in the state, or a certain number of cities in the state. So we'll be working our way through that challenge right off the bat. All right, we are pulling a little bit of an illegal road crossing to get ourselves over to this cutscene. Because we just ran across this. Let's take a look at what this has got to say. Eisenhower Tunnel. There's a photo op coming up too, so it must have something to do with this as well. This is, that's really pretty. right, well that was pretty cool. It's a neat tunnel. So we need to get ourselves back over to the other side of the highway. We're gonna go ahead and just pull one of these, and then we're gonna do a big fat illegal U-turn right here. So we'll go into this tunnel. So speaking of tunnels, on our way home from our trip, we ended up taking, because it was Virginia, oh jeez Louise. Well, looks like I took that a little too sharp. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, I definitely got that thing all hung up. Let's go over here. Oh, and what's that? Oh, well, come on. Let's get ourselves, unstuck. Well, we keep hitting the same guy. This isn't good. Get out of the way. We're just gonna shove him. This may have been a bit of a strategic mistake. Let's see how we are situated. We've got the guardrail. Yeah, right under our thing. We've got a truck over there. See if I can. I know I don't usually wanna leave the cab, but here we go. Let's pull around here. Give that guy another push. Alright, now he's gone. Let him go. This has been a bit of a kerfuffle. Alright, now. Are we off? I think we're still hung up on that. Must still be hung up on the guardrail. Yes, we are. Crikey. Alright. Let's pull that around. Alright, I'm going to actually drive this way a little bit. And then get in behind this guy. There we go. Nice. Nice and smooth. That went exactly how I planned it. And can we just get around here? So, what was I talking about? I was talking about tunnels. Because I do like tunnels and bridges and things like that. They're fascinating. But since we were in Virginia, we took a kind of like a bit of an hour detour on our way home so that we could go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Tunnel, which is, I think it's something like 15 miles long. It's a 15-mile long bridge and tunnel. You start out on a bridge. It's mostly bridge. You go out on the bridge for a good long while, and then you dip down into tunnels two times as you're crossing the bay, so that boats can go through, because there's a lot of shipping boats or shipping barges that go through there. We got ourselves another photo op right here. Let's go ahead and stop and take a picture of that. Yeah, it is these tunnels here. We'll snap that off real quick. That's actually pretty nice. Perfect. Yeah. So they have to put the bridge into the tunnel, send the bridge underwater so that boats can get through. But it's really, really cool. It's one of the longer bridges out there, at least as far as the ones that I've been on. The ones between the Florida Keys are probably pretty similar. But yeah, that was a pretty cool drive, and we are getting close to our destination. Now, my one worry is, so we're dropping off, it's Denver, except we are really far outside the city on this drop-off, and I'm wondering if we're going to get credit for discovering Denver when we hit here, because if we don't, we won't be able to pick up deliveries from here. We'll have to pick stuff up from Grand Junction that we went through a little bit before, and so that is going to be my... Jeez Louise, this truck's brakes are not very good. I gotta... Yeah, the brakes on this thing are actually kind of horrible. Or it's just got a lot more power than I was expecting. I don't know. But, yeah, this is my fear, and I'm seeing that we are right at the drop-off point just about, and I have not seen anything pop up saying that we discovered Denver. So unfortunately, we are not going to get that credit. But that's okay. We're going to earn the money. It's hopefully they won't ding us too much for all this truck damage that we caused. We did hit quite a few things there. And let's see if we can get through here and then pull it over here. Yeah, we'll pick up Colorado, Denver later. And all right, let's pull in here. Let's see what kind of parking we got. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. We'll see how I do. I think I'm going to try and just pull straight forward. And then, yeah, we'll pull straight forward and see if we can get this trailer straightened out. I think we got a good amount of room. And then just kind of push it over there. All right, let's see what we have. Yeah, that's no problem. It's a little tight. Not a lot of room for error over there, so I expect this is going to take me a good long while to do. But we'll time it. We'll see if this turns out better than my last couple, which were, what were those things coming out at? 7 minutes or something like that? Pretty ridiculous. Ah, this is actually going pretty well. Hold on, let's all right. We are, looks like we're missing that building. Maybe I think we rubbed it. Yeah, we just barely tagged that wall. But we're pretty close now. We're pretty close. Let's, as they say, rubbin's racing. So let's just go ahead and nudge it over a little bit. And we gotta pull forward a little more. There. Now we're around the building. Let's go ahead and send her down there. All right, there we go. We are just about there. I think we should be able to get the credit right here. We'll see if it gives it to us. We're gonna have to straighten out a little bit more than that. There we go. That ought to do it. And perfect. All right, not the best, but I think that was better than 7 minutes. I'll go ahead and calculate it at the end. Let's see. It looks like we did lose a little bit for damage. Made $7,500. We got ourselves to level 6. That's nice. Or level 5. I'm sorry. That makes us an enthusiast. What are we going to do now? I don't think I'm going to bother with another long distance. Let's go ahead and start putting some points in up here. Let's go ahead and pick explosives, flammable. What do we got? Let's see what we have. Explosives, gases, flammable liquids, flammable solids, toxic and infectious substances, and corrosive substances. All right, we're going with yeah, we want to purchase hazardous cargo. Yes, definitely hazardous cargo. It's, infectious things, and we could transport Ebola around. So let's go ahead and buy that. All right, so we are now sitting at 41,000. That should hopefully be enough for the truck. I'm going to check that. If it's not enough for the truck, I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to run a really quick run off camera to get myself to where it is. I think next episode we're definitely itching for buying our own truck and heading into Kansas. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself with enough money to be able to buy a truck. And so next episode we will do that. In the meantime, thank you for joining me this evening. And if you enjoyed this, please click subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, all that kind of stuff. It really helps with the channel, and it helps to keep me motivated to keep doing this. So, see you next time.